Checking. Okay. I think we're on. Is it running or we have connection?
I think you're running.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I don't do live Instagrams that much. And it's been, I think, since my trip to Australia. So welcome. And I've got my husband who's videoing. So bear with us while we just bring you through my brand new Modern Madras table runner. This is a brand new colorway, and I'm gonna spend probably 15 minutes today, and I'll try and answer some questions, and you can relay questions to me if you get them. But I really love this new colorway. I know a lot of us have been making masks, and if you have loved ones who are sick or working in the essential industry, my prayers go out to you, and I hope everyone is safe. But in addition to making masks, it's really, really important to put the news aside, to put all the things you're doing for other people aside, and take some time to do a really easy project. I love this project because it's just 3 fabrics on one side and 3 fabrics on the other. Here, let me show you the other side. So I'll take this down in a little bit, but that's the Nightfall side. Can you see that? And it goes from dark, gradating all the way up to light. And then this is the dawn side. And I named it Nightfall just because it just had this moodiness on that back side. And it even has this, early nightfall when the sun is setting. This one here is the original Modern Madras table runner. And this is the one, let me get my book. This is the one, here's the Ombre quilts book, and this is that's a sample. I write on my sample. Hopefully if you have this book, you write in it too. It's great to keep notes. But this is the very first project in the book. So it's called the Modern Madras Reversible Table Runner. And this is the same table runner just flipped over. So this is the kit I had the other day, and it sold out in a day. And I'm trying to make new kits as well. Really, they're bundles, because you have to have the book for the directions, and then I am selling the bundle separately. If you have a local shop in your vicinity who you can call and maybe do curbside pickup, all the colors in the pattern are listed at the top. So you've got blush, ember, sundance, tornado, shadow, spa, and opal. And this is the one side of the table runner, and this is the back side of the table runner. And then you've got your opal, which goes a little bit on both sides, but mostly on this side. So so it's really good to take time and do a simple project, make a beautiful table. I had written on my post the other day, like, your cereal just tastes that much better if you actually clean off your table, that maybe you've gotten cluttered with the kids home, and have, maybe pick some flowers if you have any flowers outside, or can get them at the supermarket when you go, and just, set yourself a pretty table. It helps to keep you cheerful. So this Nightfall, let's talk a little bit about what's happening here. So the sides are dark, and they're using, I'll bring the colors here. So I pulled, these are the 3 bolts that we're using, the 3 colors. I've got Dawn, and Dawn is, the whole fabric is just being cut in squares, and that's that one color going, as the square is going all the way up to the top. And with the bundle, you get a half-yard cut of each color. So you have more room to play. So even when you make this new Nightfall, it probably won't be exactly like mine, but you will get the look, because it's how you turn your fabrics once you cut them up. And you'll have a little bit of extra, so you're not going to be using the exact same squares maybe that I've used.
So for people who don't know what the ombre fabric is, maybe you could do a quick explanation of why you get that much color in a half yard of fabric.
Oh, thank you. See, it's good we have interaction here. So yes, so these ombres are called full range ombres. And I have a video on my YouTube. If you go to my Jennifer Sampou YouTube, I have uploaded, I think I've got like 5 or 6 videos, and one is called The Magic of Ombres. And there's a lot of beautiful ombres out there. You can use any ombres to make this project. I'm of course using my Sky, and the beauty of it is it's a full range ombre. So what that means is it goes across, if I just put this down for a second, let me take out that pin. It goes across the whole width of the fabric, so you can see that. So when you cut your squares up, you're cutting it with the fabric. And see, you get, if I were to put this kind of like right along what's going on here, you see these are getting cut up, and I use more, so that's just that one little section there. Well, because I cut 2 lengths of it, you get more of the same, and it goes all the way up into the very soft yellow. So that's why you feel like a color pro, because all your colors I've put into one bolt of fabric that you're using to get this amazing ray of color. And then when you've cut your bars, it's important to do your bars contrasting. That's what gives it the bounce, that's what gives it the glow. You know, like I wouldn't want to put like a dark value bar across here. It's really important to do a light colored bar. And even if you're moving up the center, I even throw in a little part of the spa fabric, and then I'll throw in the dark bars up here where the light becomes the background. So that's how, you know, I was telling you today, I'm not going to be exhausting on the live. I'll probably be under 15 minutes, but think about getting that glow. And it's easy, and this is why it's such a satisfying project, because the fabrics are doing the work. The 2 outside colors of this are these 2, and they're Heather and Haze. You can also use Mist. So I think this one is Mist. Yeah, this is Mist. So Mist and, which one is this? Mist and Heather are very similar. So if you can't get one of the colors at your local shop, or if you don't get one of my kits that I'll be selling online this afternoon, right when this ends, I'm going to be putting the kits for sale up because I haven't done that yet. So you can use either Heather or Mist, and then they are different. See how different they look? They might look the same if you don't look closely, but the blending on the Haze is much more dramatic. So this is the Haze. So it goes really dark and then over to very, very light. And that part of the bolt shows you, look at, if you zoom in, Todd, you can see, look, it's got purples, it's got stormy colors, it's got aquas, grays, and as you move up, it goes even to some greeny feeling. So this is a really beautiful part to show you that there are 1,000 colors at your fingertips with this collection. And then this is a much more softer ombre. See, that's a softer ombre. This is the Heather, and it's just a little more nuanced. But you still have all that color gradation. It's just not as pronounced. So when you cut up your squares for your edges, that's how soft this blend is. This blend is very, very soft and using 2 different colors. And so what you do is you start, I've got the 2 lighter ones, and then it goes medium light, kind of medium dark, dark, and then super dark. And you're constructing across. You're constructing 2 squares in a bar, 2 squares in a bar, 2 squares in a bar. And you lay the whole thing out, and you play with movement on your floor or on your table before you sew anything. That's the other great thing about this project. Lay out all your squares, lay out all your bars on the floor, and then walk out of the room come back in and with a fresh look, you're like, oh, that's not quite right, or that value's a little off, or I want pop right here. And again, with the bundle, you'll have enough extras that you can kind of play and move around. You're getting a full half yard of all 6 colors. So on the other side, let's show the other side. I'm going to turn this around now. And I think I'm going to do, if I get nice response from you guys, if there's a lot of people watching this, I think I will do a how to use a table runner tomorrow and how to decorate your table. Because once you have this made, it's really fun to bring in your plates. It's really fun to bring in flowers, candles. You know, it's Easter this weekend, and I think Passover too. So it's a very special time, and if you do have your family over, or if you're Zoom meeting, that you can still make it a celebratory weekend. Okay, so here's the other side, and this is called Nightfall. Let me get all this. I got it full of threads, but this is the Nightfall side, and it's a little more nuanced. This is not as dramatic with the dawn on the other side. And this is really beautiful. And again, we're going light, and then we go all the way to dark. So both your center panel's going light to dark, and your side panels are going light to dark. So I wanted this side to be more nuanced and less poppy, less glowy. And it's just kind of nice for a change of mood. And I'm going to set the table both ways with both sides. Because see how different? This is like a look at me, you know, that's a look at me side. Because it goes dark to light and then dark to light. It kind of goes, you know, like passing trucks with brights on. Where this is softer, more serene, and sometimes we need those softer and serene feelings in our home that help us, you know, feel more soft and serene. So with this, we use these 3 colors. I'll bring them over. We've got Spa, which this is one of my favorite colors. Spa, you can come take a closer look. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. And it's still a dramatic change from the very darkest point to the very lightest. If I take this pin out, that's the very lightest. So that's one selvage, and that's the other side of the selvage. And then your mid-tone is following all in here, which is the middle of the fabric. Okay, so that's that. That's Spa. And if you guys are a shop, so for you shops out there, make sure you're displaying your ombres like this, even online. If you're doing an email blast to all your customers, you know, show them what's in the line, and make your own kits. You can pull your own 3 colors that you like, and that was one of the tips I was going to give you today. You know, when you want a quieter ombre like this, a quieter ombre Modern Madras runner, pick quieter fabrics and do the cutting and lay them out. Because you might not have these colors that I have. I know it's been really hard to get the line. It's been sold out, and you might not have all 30 colors. So you can work with what you have as long as you test it first before you bundle it and sell it to your customers. Same thing with you guys at home. If you already have some of the sky fabric, you can start playing with what you have. Once you've either downloaded the book as a downloadable ebook, or if you buy the book through me or through your local shop or through Amazon, you know, it's just a really nice book to have right now. It's so colorful. So we've got the Spa, and the Spa, you see, is I've mixed and matched. It's going in the sides because that's part of Spa. This is part of Spa, and it's also going in the background. So that's Spa. Then this is Storm. So let's take a look at Storm. Storm is really beautiful. Super rich navy and midnight, and even hits of black. And then it goes to, let's open this up. It goes, that's the lightest value of Storm, which is still a mid-tone for sure. And then it ombres down in a very painterly way into teals and purples and cobalts. It's really, really pretty. That's the one side. And then there's the other side that's really rich. And it maybe even on Instagram, it can't even absorb the richness of color. Sometimes the colors get a little funny. So you have to see it in person. It's really pretty. So that is working, as you see, if you look at my sample here, it's working in the edges, even up to here. That's one of the pieces right here. And then going all the way down into the bottom, you can see those colors working down in there. See that right there? Picking your thread color when you actually do the quilting will matter. So this is matchstick quilting, and we went with a mid-tone gray. So it looks, well, this is a pretty light gray actually. It's mid-tone on the back side. It has that feeling. Everything, color's all relative. So it is a lighter feeling. If you pick a dark thread, I use all Aurifil. If you pick a dark thread, it's going to have a very, very different feeling in your overall quilting. So that's definitely something to consider. Or if you want to do a sashiko stitch, and well, you might not want to do it by hand. That'd be a lot of, that would be, if you're into sashiko, go for it. I really like doing the matchstick machine quilting. I'm not as patient to do all this quilting by hand. But if you are fabulous, go for it. This is the third color used, and this is what the colorway is called is Nightfall. So Nightfall is very, very dramatic, and I just love it because it goes from this purpley navy all the way to like a palish gray. So the navy, let's open this up. The navy in Nightfall is just like that inky black. When you go out at night and you can't see anything, there's no moon, there's no street lights. That's the feeling I get when I'm looking out into an inky night. And then as you go up, you start getting into some kind of dirty teals and some grays. They're very, very, then they blend beautifully. So there's your palette. Like I've done all this color work, and you will just have great results. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And then as you go up to the other edge, you get into a paler gray, which still has hits of green and blue in it. So just those three. Those three are making this.
Someone wants to know if the Aurifil Sky thread is available anywhere.
Yes. I have it. I think, hold on one second.
Gracie is asking.
Oh, hi, Gracie. Thank you for joining in. I have these actually, and I haven't promoted them. I don't know if I have them on my website. So yes, I am selling these. I've got just a few, not very many. And if I don't have them on my website right when we get off, I'll put them on. And those are the colors. And they coordinate, right? So here you go. Thank you for asking. I forget about some of this stuff. And sorry, Aurifil, I love you guys. So I will have these on my website, and you can also see if your local store has, but I know it's a big investment. I'll do a pretty good deal on my website because I do just want to move them along. And was there any other questions? Because I can also show you what the cut-ups are, but has anything else that you've seen? You guys have any questions for me?
Just a lot of waving.
A lot of waving. I love that. Okay, I'm going to finish up with showing you what you get when you cut up a piece of fabric. Okay, so Todd can bring it over here. So if you're buying it from me, you will get a little package in the mail that is a bundle. And it's going to be just wrapped in a little tissue and tied up. And you'll have the little label, which says the Modern Madras Table Runner in Nightfall, with very basic instructions, not enough to make the quilt or the table runner, but it'll tell you how to cut them up because it's a new colorway. And this is what the bundle looks like. Also, shops, if you want to take this and bundle it, go for it. The more the merrier. So these are the colors you get. That's the one side. Oh no, let's see. we've got, and you have to open them up. This is Storm. So you'll get Storm, you'll get Nightfall.
So this one makes which table runner?
This makes the brand new one.
Okay.
So the brand new one is called Nightfall. So this is the one side. That's the one side. And when you open them fully up, you'll see like all your colors beautifully displayed. I'm not going to do that right now. And then this is the other side, which is the more of the dawn side. So this is what you'll receive in the bundle. And I usually throw in, you know, cute little create, which gives you top 10 tips on how to keep your mojo going. So I throw in a little note. If you spend more than $100, I'll throw in a small piece of fabric as a thank you. If you buy a kit for you and a friend, or you're gonna give one away. And then the last thing, unless we have any more questions, is I wanted to show you, this is what it looks like when you cut it up. So you're gonna cut your fabric, here's Spa. You're gonna cut your fabric width of fabric in this project. So you're cutting your strips this way and then sub-cutting this way. That's how you get all of your gradations from dark to light. This is just 2 strips cut up. And this is 2 strips cut up. You get a little more than what I say in the pattern because it's always nice to have a couple extras. And then once you get everything cut, all your 6 colors cut, then you start playing. And if you have questions from here, definitely go to my YouTube because it's really nicely spelled out of how you work with color. And how long have we been on? Any more questions? Because I know you guys have lots to do during your day.
Someone's asked how you created the print. Was it from a painting?
Oh, that's such a nice question.
And that was Alice in Co-Designs.
Oh, hi, Alice. Yes. So I have my best friend from college her name is Amanda Houston, and I'm going to call out Amanda Houston right now. She is a pastel artist, and we went to Fashion Institute of Technology together in New York City, and we went to University of Vermont together. And in the beginning of the book, I talk about her paintings. So this is Amanda's paintings, and she taught me how to capture this feeling of sky with pastels. So she is a painter, and we worked together, and then I went home and did a lot of drawing and painting and mistakes, and then I picked the best of the best, and then that's how I got, here's all the colors. In the book, we go to show you all 30 colors. So yes, it's a painting. And that's how the fabric was created. And then we must have done like at least 60 strike-offs with Robert Kaufman. That's a super fun part. You do the strike-offs, and then I went down to LA and I worked with the Robert Kaufman art team, and we had a whole room filled with at least 60 strike-offs, and we'd say yay, nay, yay, nay, yay, nay, and pull half of them down, and then we're like, what are we missing? What strike-offs do we need more of? So it was a pretty laborious process that couldn't have been done if I didn't have my friend Amanda teaching me about working with pastels. Robert Kaufman art team, they were back and forth, and they digitalized everything. With what I gave them, it was also digitalized once the artwork was done. So that's a long-winded answer, but okay. So anyway, comments, I'd love to have your comments. When I get off, I'm gonna go put these on sale on my website. And if I run out, I will try and get more as soon as possible. The issue is we are backlogged with back orders. So maybe I'll make a new colorway too with what I have. Happy sewing. Make sure you do things for yourself and stay well. Thanks. Bye.